you. Good evening. Merry, very early Christmas, and welcome to this reading of Simply Having. For all those coming, I'm very appreciative for being here, and I'll just give a quick setting for where this is taking place. This is taking place about the present day over the course of 3 years in London, England. When we see our heroes, um, one of them, Jillian, is a working in a law firm and getting ready to help organize the office Christmas party. And Sally is waiting for clients for the holiday season. So, with that, let's begin. Simply Having a Christmas Play by Newman-Getzler. Prologue. Newton and Jillian are lit by a single spotlight. Jillian is pacing back and forth. Newton is searching things on their phone.
What the fuck is going on with people these days? I offer him business and I get nothing. I'm going to do a nut. I swear to God.
I think you already have. Not as much as the owners we've talked to have when you showed them the budget, though.
Well, how was I supposed to know? Damn near every pub in this area costs more than the budget.
You couldn't have just hit liqueurs up to embiggen the budget?
He scares me. I don't want to look like I can't handle this on my own.
You can't, though. That's why I'm here.
Doesn't look like it from his end, though.
You're right. I'm never really anywhere.
Come on. Is there any place we haven't tried yet?
Yeah, there's one.
Lights up on the other side of the stage where we see the Bubble and Squeak. Maggie and Noel are chilling at a table. Kelly is checking the books. Sally is pacing back and forth.
You mean to tell me nobody's booked us for anything? It's fucking Christmas. Everyone gets drunk on Christmas.
I don't know what to tell you, Sal. It's a busy time and people are going for high-end spots.
What about us isn't high-end?
Damn right you're high-end. Just look at your gorgeous clientele.
We only frequent the finest beer dispensaries in London.
Then clearly there aren't as many fine beer dispensaries in London as I thought.
By fine, we mean cheap.
I figured that out.
Don't lose your head, Sally. People will be here Christmas Eve for sure. Hey, spot us some cash and we might actually show up.
You guys would actually show up on Christmas. This I have to see.
If we're rightfully compensated, we'll hype everyone up. We can do karaoke.
Ooh, I'm there.
Okay, no chance you lot. You two will just do tub thumping over and over again like you do every Saturday, and you'll do something from a musical.
Pay us extra and we'll just sit there, jolly like.
I'd pay you more to leave.
Come on, Sal. Where else am I going to practice? I appreciate you helping me out with the job, but those Christmas pantos don't cross themselves.
You a British game show host from the 70s?
No?
Good luck.
Look, somebody's got to need a space for a Christmas party, but fate hasn't brought anyone to our doors yet.
Jillian and Newton enter.
Hi, can we talk?
Opening up a tab for fate.
Sure, we can talk. On the menu, we've got politics, business inquiries, the Premier League, and there's a special on the weather.
Don't bother, it's always the same.
I'll take 1 business inquiry and 2 Guinnesses. I'm Jillian, by the way.
Jillian and Newton sit at the bar. Sally starts preparing the drinks as she talks.
I'm Sally. You've made some excellent choices, Jillian, and personal favorites of mine, especially the inquiry. What's the occasion?
I'm supposed to host a Christmas party for my office.
Kind of office?
A law firm.
Now listen here, you rotter. This is a respectable pub, yeah? I don't take no lowlifes in, and only thing lower than a lowlife is a bloody lawyer.
An awkward beat. Jillian looks nervous. Sally lightens up.
Kidding. Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't throw in 1 lawyer joke.
If only I could even call myself a lawyer. I mostly just sort case files.
Could you be any kind of lawyer if you wanted to be?
Sally hands Newton and Jillian their beers.
I've taken enough law school to be a barrister, but I haven't quite worked my way up to there yet.
Why haven't you gotten to work a case?
Because she's not a middle-aged bloke.
And thank God for that.
2 clink drinks.
So this party would help you move up the ladder.
Ideally.
And you could show the other middle-aged white blokes that you can plan a party better than they ever could.
That would be nice.
Well, if the bubble and squeak can help you do that, we're doing our job. Count us in.
Fantastic. How much are we talking here?
What's your budget?
It's gotten me laughed out of at least 49 Camden pubs.
Try me.
250 pounds.
Well, I'm not laughing.
That's a start.
Here's what I'll say. 250 won't cover everything. Times have been pretty slow around here.
Look, if there's anything I could do to make up for the remainder of it, I'll do it. Sweep the floors, wipe the tables, clean up their puke.
Hey, we may get drunk, but we don't puke.
Reasonable drinking limits are a thing. Unless it's an Arsenal match, you have to be pissed to get through that.
Don't have to do any of that. Getting along fine with Kelly for now.
Then what would you suggest?
Action freezes. Spotlights on Sally and Jillian.
Look, I don't want to overstep any boundaries here. But you're cute, okay?
Okay.
And it's been a long time since I've been able to go out since my stupid fucking husband left me and my kids a year ago.
Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. I've had plenty of time to feel sorry for myself. But I could use a break, right?
So you want to go on a date?
I've got the place. I've got the drinks. We're most of the way there, aren't we?
Are you usually this forward?
God, no. Usually I get too nervous. But the thing about running a pub and being a single mother is it sort of wears you down. Feels like you've been worn down a bit too.
Gee, thanks.
Not in a bad way. I mean, in a way that I already feel like I can be straightforward with you. No bullshit. I've been bullshitted too much my whole life. I need someone who won't bullshit me.
Well, this ain't bullshit, barkeep. I think you're pretty solid too. It's been nice not having someone laugh in my face today.
So how's about it?
Tomorrow at 8?
I'll get a babysitter.
Aces.
Lights come back up. Everyone is kind of frozen.
Did
That just
that
happened.
just happen?
I
I think it did.
So, yeah, tomorrow at 8. Any food preferences?
If it's edible or resembles something edible, I'll probably eat it.
Okay, great.
Great.
Good.
Good. I guess I'll see you then.
Yes, see you then. My number's on the menu. Just check that and text me.
Sounds good. Open up a tab for me. I think I'll be back here. Come on, Newt.
But I haven't even finished my drink.
I'll buy you one after this. I owe you big time. Bye.
Bye.
Jillian and Newton exit. After a shocked silence, Sally and Kelly start jumping around.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Dude, what kind of boss bitch possessed you back there?
Jesus, I don't know. I was worried that it'd be like too much of a power move.
Well, she didn't seem to mind.
Yeah, holy shit.
So that's 2 problems solved. You got business and you got a date,
Which should I be more nervous for?
which is coming up first.
The date, fuck.
Don't worry about it. She's probably just as nervous as you, just dressed to impress.
What's our barometer of impressiveness? I haven't had to impress people in a while.
Impressive enough to make her ask for a second date.
Shouldn't we get through the first one first?
You never get anywhere if you don't plan ahead.
You think too highly of me, Kels.
And you don't think highly enough of yourself, Sal. You'll be fine.
Oi! How can we help?
You can help by buggering off tomorrow night. I say this with love, but you can stink up the place on Friday.
But we can serenade her. You never even heard me do my Spandau ballet.
Ooh, she kills the Spandau ballet. She does true. It'd even be set a brick wall in a mood.
Fuck off. I'm feeling less and less romantic the longer you hang around.
Maggie and Noel start to head out.
Fine, but when your ox gives out and you can't set the mood, don't come crying to us.
They exit.
Come on, let's go shopping. I got discounts at the Camden stalls.
The stalls, you calling me a horse?
No, horses don't wear anything.
Fair enough.
Lights out on the pub. Lights up on Jillian and Newton. Jillian is jumping around with joy. Newton is nonplussed.
That went so fucking well. Holy shit. I can't believe it, mate. I haven't felt this good since I won trivia night with that question about EastEnders.
You like EastEnders?
Who cares? The point is, I just got a bloody date.
And the party. You know, the thing we actually went out to find a place for?
That too.
Glad to see that knack for prioritizing hasn't left you.
Jesus, who's shitting your cornflakes? Why can't you be a little more excited for me?
Look, I'm thrilled for you, Jilly, but you know I don't give a toss about romance. I'm a practical kind of person. Romance isn't practical.
You're great at finding party spots, but you're proper rubbish at reading the room.
I don't often have rooms to read. Such is the life of an antisocial hobbit like me.
I'm tired of you using that as an excuse for never doing anything. I'm gonna help you put yourself out there.
How? You planning to evict me? That's your best shot.
You help me find a place to have the party. This is my payback. I'm setting you up on a date.
Isn't the point of payback to be some kind of reward, not a punishment?
This is a reward. Trust me, I'm gonna hype you up so much, they won't be able to tell you from Leo DiCaprio.
I'm a little non-binary nerd from Leeds who'd want to date me.
You know, I was asking myself that exact same question not 20 minutes ago. And if I got the answer I wanted, you'll get the answer you want.
Wait, the exact same question?
Well, maybe not the exact same question with that specific wording.
Give it time, Jilly. Gender isn't a thing.
We can talk gender while we get you some new clothes. Sound good?
Lead the way.
The two exit. Lights out. Lights up on Maggie and Noel's flat. It is a very messy, very lived-in flat. Technically a bachelor pad in the sense that both of them are bachelors. They are locked in a fierce game of Tekken over the following conversation.
So, what should we do tomorrow night?
I don't know.
Should we try another pub?
And none of them are as close as ours.
Right.
Within moments, it's a victory for Maggie, who drops her controller in triumph. She stands up to grab a beer.
Boom, and the crowd goes wild.
Got lucky, that's all.
Yeah, well, I've gotten lucky 5 times in a row. I either must have 50 lucky rabbit's feet, or I'm just better than you.
Rubbish. You're the reason we have to make crutches for rabbits. There's no other explanation. Rabbit crutches manufacturers are paying you off.
Mum's the word.
She takes a glug. Noel sits up.
I don't know, Mags. I feel like we ought to do something. Not that I couldn't do another 4 hours of Tekken, but I feel like we should go and be with people more.
What do we need other people for? You've got me, I've got you. Fuck all the rest.
I don't know. I'm getting antsy.
That's just because we haven't vacuumed in a month. It's almost December. They'll go away soon.
What are we going to do for Christmas, though?
Same thing we do every year, right? Stock up on eggnog, smoke out of the Christmas bong.
That's the one that looks like the U-log, right?
Yep. Then, I don't know, we'll watch the Friends marathon and crash.
Same as every year.
No way I'd rather have it.
No other way? Huh?
Look, I'm not a Christmassy person, yeah? I don't get a hard-on for mistletoe and carrots and all that crap. If we're doing Christmas, such as it is, we're doing it the least Christmassy way we can do it.
I kind of like the cheesy shit, though.
Then go fuck a reindeer. Since when did you become such a pain in the arse about this stuff?
I don't know when. All I know is I want to do something and we gotta put a little more effort into. I feel like we're just missing out. Staying all holed up in here except to go to the pub.
Other people are exhausting. Christmas is exhausting. Put them together and I'm exhausted. You can do whatever you'd like, but I'm staying here.
Then I will too.
You sure?
Fuck it. You're right. You're all I really got. Might as well just kick back.
You didn't put up much of a fight.
I'm saving all my fight for Tekken.
Then you didn't have any fight to begin with. Let's go.
Part 1, The First Christmas. Lights up on the now festive-looking pub. Sally is hanging up decorations when Jillian enters, dressed in her idea of impressive clothes.
What's up?
Nice, Jilly, you're liable to give a girl a heart attack. Wait till I'm off the ladder.
Sorry, babes. Had to rush over here from work. Everybody else is taking the time to get dressed up, but it wouldn't be right to leave you here to decorate everything yourself.
Sally makes her way down the ladder.
Oh, you don't have to worry about helping me. It's my pub, isn't it? I should be the one to get it looking nice.
Yeah, but I'm the host. I wouldn't be a good host if I wasn't supervising.
You saying I need supervision?
No, but I'm here anyway.
I'll take it.
The two share a quick kiss. Sally looks Jillian over.
Who died?
Sorry?
With an outfit like that, I assumed you came into money. Didn't figure you had it in your budget.
Hardy har har. It so happens that the one thing my good-for-nothing parents actually helped me with was learning how to play the stocks. I'm good enough with it to keep a roof over my head and dressed decently.
No kidding. Any advice on the market?
Well, it's an open market on lonely lesbians from London.
I think I'll make that investment.
God, what's come over me? I used to be so cool.
Oh, fuck cool. Andrew thought he was too cool for me or my kids. I'll take a dork any day of the week.
Speaking of being too cool for things, you figure Maggie and Noel are going to show up? Figured it was worth adding them to the mix.
That's the weird thing about them. Normally you can't pry them out of this place, but as long as we've been open, they've been AWOL on Christmas. I've never totally understood it.
Fuck it. They'd at least make things entertaining compared to one of those office stiffs. I'm going to give them a ring.
Good luck to you. I'm going to go check on the pudding.
Jillian puts the phone to her ear as Sally exits.
Remember, I said no raisins. I can't stand raisins.
Sorry, can't hear you.
Jillian sighs. Lights back up on Maggie and Noel's flat. The two are sitting on their sofa in a daze. Noel haphazardly puts the phone on speaker.
Oi.
Hey, Noel. Just checking to see if you and Maggie want to come to the Christmas party later.
To be honest with you, mate, I don't think we can leave the flat for a bit.
Oh, come the fuck on. What could you two possibly be busy with? Or did you just realize couch sores were contagious and don't want to spread anything?
Nah, Jill, we were actually thinking it over, but then the ghost of Noel's first frat brother, Beefface, came in.
Beef face.
Yeah, because he had a beef face.
Obviously. Go on.
He came in and told us we've spent too much of our lives closed off from the world, and now we're going to spend the next 3 Christmases being visited by ghosts until we change our ways.
Tonight's the ghost of Christmas past. Figured it'd be rude to leave him hanging, so we might as well stay put.
Seriously, guys? If you don't want to come, you can just say so. You don't have to make shit up.
No, for real, we genuinely do want to come.
Kind of.
But the way we see it, it's either we genuinely being visited by ghosts,
Or that pack of Gorilla Glue we got is way stronger than we thought. Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
either way, I don't think we're fit to be out in public at the moment.
No worries, guys. Hopefully you can make it next year if the Ghost of Christmas Presents schedule is permitting.
How'd you know that's the next one?
I might have heard it in a story once.
She's tripping too. That's fucking wild, bro.
And when you're about to host a party, too. What a fucking legend. I'm getting you a drink next time we're out of here. You got real stones to you.
Whatever. Let me know if you need anything.
Right? Cheers. I'll tell you how it goes. Never talked to many ghosts before, except for like the time we tried DMT.
That wasn't a ghost, though. That was the dancing banana from the Agadoo video.
Oh yeah.
Happy Christmas, guys.
She hangs up. Brief pause. Sorry, I know that I don't want to interrupt the action, but I have a couple of people who are saying that they need to be led into the Zoom room. It's possible to let them in. I don't know if it's wrong link. Some figured now was as good a time as any if it was my stage direction. Nothing. Okay. She hangs up, lights off on her side of the stage.
She did not believe us.
I don't believe us. This is just a bad trip. Not our first, not our last. If any ghosts are coming by, we can just listen to whatever bollocks they have to say and take it with a grain of salt because it's just our knackered heads talking.
If you say so.
Just then, the ghost of Christmas Past, same actor as Newton, enters. They are dressed like a stoner from the turn of the century, complete with flip-flops and sunglasses.
Sup, Blob?
I'm guessing you're the ghost of Christmas past.
Ding, ding, ding. Someone's got their head on right.
Their head suddenly falls sideways.
Whoops. Can't say the same for myself. One sec.
Rights their head.
You smoke enough banana peels, it's a wonder your head ever stays on your neck, eh?
Wild.
Anyhow, I'm here to take you back to the past to get at the heart of why you lot ain't got no Christmas spirit.
I've got Christmas spirit. It's that one who's got none.
Yeah, but it all cancels out. She's got no spirit, and since you're glued to her and don't ever do anything, it don't matter if you've got the whole Michael Bublé collection, you're just as bad.
Does it really work like that?
Thanks a lot, Mags. Now I'm guilty by the transitive property. The worst kind of guilt.
Not my fault you're a sap. Anyway, you're just a hallucination. I just go to sleep, I'll deal with the hangover in the morning, and not have to listen to you yammer away.
Not a chance, compadre. How can you go to sleep when it's almost time for class?
With a snap of their fingers, the ghost changes the setting from the duo's flat to their similarly disheveled dorm room community. Franz Ferdinand's Do You Want To can be vaguely heard in the background.
Where are we?
Regents University, 2005. Back when you were both first years.
Maggie notices something on the ground.
Hey, my placebo tickets. I thought I'd left them in me jeans when I did the wash. Holy shit, this is all real, isn't it?
That's what it took for you to realize that?
I'm very skeptical, but you can't fake placebo.
But real placebos are fake.
Any fucking way. It is here that an aspiring graphic designer named Noel and a ballet prodigy named Maggie met and struck up a friendship. Weren't too long before they moved in with each other. Okay, I gotta ask, were you two a thing, or...?
I guess,
No.
like, kind of.
Maybe.
I mean, no.
Regardless, you still had your own well-established friend groups, until that one fateful night late in November.
Enter young Noel, same actor as Jillian, and young Maggie, same actor as Kelly.
Oh, fuck.
What's up?
I was gonna go to B-Face's Christmas bash, but he drove a car into the living room, so they had to postpone it an hour.
Yeah, well, my dance mates didn't have enough tickets for their Christmas trip to Ibiza, and it's too early to go home.
Tekken?
Sure.
Just as suddenly, the young Noel and Maggie disappear, and we return to the present.
And so began a Christmas tradition, closed off to the world, not letting the beauty of the season in. Come to think of it, I thought that would be more dramatic.
We're not really dramatic types.
That wasn't really a big deal, was it? Just unfortunate circumstances.
Sure, the first time around. But you kept coming up with excuses. After a while, they rang more and more hollow. Deep down, you never really got over being uninvited, Maggie. And Noel, you were too low maintenance to see if there was anything you two could do outside your dorm room. Maggie, you got bitter. Noel, you got lazy.
It would have been a rubbish vacation anyway. I would have been stuck burning up while listening to lousy club music. I got lucky.
They might be onto something here, Mags.
No, they ain't.
Okay.
So you're just gonna give up like that?
Look, Ghost, mate. I hear what you're saying, yeah? But it's like, Maggie's my friend, and I want to stick up for her. Plus, she's my plug, and I don't want to piss her off.
Spoken like a true friend.
Fine. If that's all there is to it.
Huh?
You know what I mean. Say hi to me, pal, from Christmas present next year.
Ghost disappears. Lights back to normal.
What do you mean by that last remark?
Probably nothing?
No, you know you can go out and do Christmassy shit without me, right?
Sure, I could, but
Oh, so what's stopping you?
I don't want to be by myself, yeah?
You go to the pub, you can see everyone there, right?
I don't know. It's just not the same with you, without you.
Lame-o.
Shut up! Takes one to know one.
Look, if there's anything you want to talk about, we can talk about it, but only stay here if you really want to be with a bitter old sod like me.
Doesn't feel like there's much to talk about.
I beg to differ. Doesn't feel like you want to stay in here after all. What's keeping you? You've got other friends.
Nobody like you. And it also feels fair. You're going through the ghost shit. I gotta be here for moral support.
You think I can't handle myself?
No, but couldn't hurt.
Still got a year until the next one. Honestly, should we ring Jill and see if we can make the party?
I mean, we could. But you know, I'm not sure she wants us around anyway. With all of her business-y friends.
She literally called us asking if we wanted to come. I think she'd be cool.
Nah. We shouldn't bother. We're too late.
You sure?
I mean, would you be happy there?
Probably not.
Then why bother?
Would you be?
Let's get back to Smash. Less talking, more kicking your arse.
If you say so. It'll be an interesting year.
Back to the party. Jillian is wiping a table when Newton shows up, looking dapper.
Knock, knock.
Hey, Newt, you made it.
With the amount of texts you sent, you'd figure nothing else was happening in town. I have to admit, this is kind of a naff idea.
What's naff about a blind date?
An office Christmas party? I don't know anyone here.
Exactly. I'll set you up with one of my mates from the office and see what happens. That way, you'll have exactly one person to chat with the whole night.
You remembered my social anxiety. Bless you.
It's kind of hard to forget.
But, wait. Office mate?
Yeah?
You don't have any mates from the office.
Oh, you're right.
What are you up to, puke face?
Well, if I'm being honest with you, I may have brought you here under false pretenses.
This isn't a blind date. Oh my god, they're doing trivia night again and you needed a partner, didn't you?
No, Newt.
I haven't had time to study. You know I've got to prep for these things or else it's an embarrassment like Muppet Night all over again.
Newt! No, chill. That's not the false pretense.
Then what is it?
She's not from the office.
As if on cue, Kelly bursts in. She's wearing a theater kid's idea of a festive outfit.
Sal, where you at? Do you still need help plating the pigs and blankets? Huh. I guess the party hasn't started yet.
You would have entered like that for a party?
I've got to make an entrance. It's my specialty. Anyway, nice to see you. Where's Sally?
She's a little tied up at the moment. There's someone we want you to chat with instead.
Jillian pushes Newton forward. Newton looks awkward.
Hello?
Hello.
Newton, this is Sally's friend Kelly. Kelly, this is my friend Newton.
I think we met for a sec when you came about the place.
Meeting. Brief eye contact, same difference.
Well, no matter how well you know each other right now, we figured it'd be fun for you two. We'd figure it'd be fun to set you two up together for the party on a little blind date. Make some chit chat, have fun, you know.
Hey, that does sound like fun. I don't know a ton of people in London. I could always stand for some conversation.
Conversation. Yeah, I'm good at that. Conversing and whatnot.
They're a ball of laughs when you get to know them. Well, I'll leave it up to you. I'll let you know when folks start showing up.
Jillian exits.
So, this should be fun.
It should.
Why not? I like meeting new people, don't you?
In theory, sure. It's the matter of actually doing it that gets me.
Look,
Newton?
Newton, right. Look, Newton, don't be nervous. I don't bite. I'm not someone who nitpicks everything. All I want to do is talk to you.
About what?
Well, name it. I can't do everything for you.
Okay. Can it be anything?
Sure, within reason, maybe, but I'd like to think I'm a worldly kind of person.
I spend a lot of time talking about video games, like competitive gaming.
Oh, okay. And?
You really want to hear about it?
Sure, I do.
Do you know about video games?
Haven't a clue. I think I played Cooking Mama once.
Then why would you want to hear about them?
Because I want to learn about them. You tell me about video games, and it'll tell me more about you, and I want to get to know you.
It isn't particularly impressive.
How come? If you know a lot about it, then it sounds impressive.
We're on a date. Should I talk about something that makes me look, I don't know, suave? Sophisticated?
Are you actually either of those things?
Not particularly, I'll admit.
Well, then you'd be lying, and I don't date liars. So if being suave and sophisticated means that you'd be lying to me, then I haven't got the time for it.
Okay then, I will be not suave.
Look, is it the fact that we're calling this a date that's freaking you out?
Maybe a little.
Then fuck it. We don't have to call it a date. This is Give me a name.
A new name?
Yeah, make something up.
Fingeldorfin.
Perfect. We're on a Fingeldorfin.
Yeah,
Can you handle a Fingeldorfin?
sure. I can.
Then let's Fingeldorfin away. Tell me about video games.
Yeah, then you could tell me about...
Musical theater.
Yes. Perfect. I don't know jack shit about that.
Perfect.
Talking with strangers isn't so bad after all, at least not with you.
Glad to hear it. Maybe someday we can upgrade from not that bad to stupendously spectacular.
Is that the next step from not that bad?
Go big or go home. No room for in-betweens. Now tell me about these video game competition things.
Right, so there's this game called Super Smash Bros., yeah?
Lights out on Newton and Kelly. Lights up on Jillian and Sally. Sally is tending bar. Jillian is seated.
That didn't go pear-shaped at all, did it?
Not at all. The office steps were a little less stiff than usual.
Guess they had a good host.
A good team of hosts. You helped a lot.
Not so often that we get parties these days. All the more reason to give it some extra gusto when we do.
Let's say we do this again next year.
Thought the hosting thing was in rotation.
Who says it has to be the office folks? I was thinking it could just be us and our little friend circle.
That could be nice. Plus, it seemed like Kels and Newton really hit it off.
Yeah, looks like they did great. I just hope Newt doesn't talk her ear off about video games or shit like that.
Kelly's chill. She probably wouldn't have minded.
Yeah, but when Newt gets going...
Jillian starts getting ready to head out.
Thanks again for all your help, Sal. Let me know if you want to do anything tomorrow.
Where are you headed?
I don't know. Home, probably.
Christmas Eve and you're just gonna go home?
I mean, this was kind of the big thing, I suppose. It's 11:30 now. I figured I'd just go back to my flat and crash.
It feels a little sad.
I guess. Not much sadder than most nights.
Look, I don't think anyone should spend Christmas alone. Supposing you come back to my flat?
Really?
Yeah, the kids are asleep, or so the nanny says, and she'd better not be lying.
I mean, if that's okay with you.
I bloody invited you, didn't I? You deserve a mattress without lumps. Stay at my place.
I like that, Sal. Thank you.
The two start to leave.
And here I was, thinking it'd be Christmas alone.
You and me both.
What do you suppose things will be like next year?
The bar's low. Can only keep going up.
They exit. Blackout. Part 2. The second Christmas. Lights up on Newton and Kelly in the pub on dueling laptops. It's earlier than usual to be in the pub, but they're there anyway.
You want to try for this Aldi commercial? Filming in Birmingham in 2 weeks.
Maybe. I've tried Sainsbury's, Tesco, and Lidl. Maybe the fourth grocery chain's the charm?
A gig's a gig. You've told me that enough times.
I think it just looks kind of weird that a non-British person is trying to sell British things.
Couldn't tell you. Not like I'd buy anything.
Thank you for the generous support.
I kid.
You do?
Can't you tell by my jokey demeanor?
It's been a year, Newt. I've got you figured out. You don't have a jokey demeanor, but you're trying, and I'm proud of you.
Thanks, love.
They squeeze hands affectionately. Sally enters.
You two have been sat here for hours. Is this a pub or a Starbucks?
Sorry, Sally. Just nice to have a familiar spot to work on this shit.
Any luck on either front?
Well, Kells has a seemingly bottomless pit of local commercials to try out for.
And we're still kind of trying to figure out what it is exactly that Newton's good at.
Been together almost a year and you're still not sure?
I mean, I've tried for some IT things, but I don't know, my heart's not as in it as it used to be. So we're looking for another area.
Well, you can keep looking. Just let me know when Jilly shows up. I need her to help me set up these fairy lights.
We will be on our guard. Do you suppose Medieval Times is hiring?
What's that?
You guys don't have Medieval Times in England?
Well, we did. Several thousand years ago.
Keep me posted.
Sally exits. A few beats later, Jillian rushes in, visibly out of breath.
Oh, hey, Jill's here.
Shh.
What?
She can't know I'm here yet.
Why not?
I just wanted to hop over and tell you about my cunning plan.
Uh-oh. Puke Face has a plan.
So I'm gonna ask Sally to marry me.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Shush!
What was that?
Nothing. I just stubbed my toe like, whoa, that hurt.
You need some ice?
No. I'm good. Just keep on cooking.
Whatever you say.
Jill, that's amazing. Never took you for the romantic type.
Neither did I. Nor should you just yet.
How come?
I just got my pay from Liqueurs. I'm gonna use the money to get a ring and some flowers.
Did the stock playing not pan out?
I'm taking a break. That's not the point right now.
What happened to those 20 shares of Google Plus?
Not the point. All I'll say is it seemed like a good idea at the time.
No, it didn't.
The Lambo will have to wait.
Pity.
I'm trying to say that I finally have enough money to get those things, and I want to propose to Sal at the Christmas party.
That's so cute.
Whatever. But there isn't much time to go, and my phone is running out of juice, so I need you two to stall until I arrive. She thinks I'm going to be here way sooner than I actually am.
She is. Right about now, to be exact.
How long do we have to stall? The party's just the four of us.
Not 6? I thought I invited Noel and Maggie.
They said they were thinking it over.
Look, just help me out a bit. I'll pay you back.
Works for me. Last time you paid me back, it worked out pretty well.
Newton kisses Kelly.
Jesus, you're gross.
You're the one that's about to propose.
I'm not saying I'm better. Now stall.
Jillian exits. Sally re-enters.
Any sign of Jill?
Nope.
Not at all.
That's weird. I thought she'd have shown up by now.
I heard the northern line was backed up a bit. She probably already left a while ago, but she's stuck down there.
And, no cell service down there, so don't bother trying to reach her. She won't answer. Not worth it.
Why do I feel like you guys are hiding something from me?
What? No.
Yeah, we're just stalling.
Kelly kicks Newton under the table.
Why do you guys need to stall exactly? Did Jilly put you up to something?
Well, yeah, to be honest, she did.
What could she be hiding? Holy fuck, do you think she's gonna, propose?
Kelly and Newton look at
well,
each other, not knowing how to answer.
That's...
Man,
It's taken her long enough, hasn't it? It's been a year since the party. She's moved in. We've got the same Netflix account. All the stars have aligned. This is going to be beast. I hope she doesn't do anything stupid, though. Andrew did the stupid thing where he sang some Frank Sinatra thing, the way you look tonight or whatever. Oh, kill me. Just lay it out there. That's what I say. That's what it is, right?
well, I feel like we can neither confirm nor deny.
Yes, that's absolutely what it is. She's going to get the ring and flowers.
Gee, thanks, Newt.
Sally starts whacking Newton.
You've gone and spoiled the surprise.
You asked! Stop hitting me!
I didn't actually expect you to answer. I thought you were going to make some shit up and I would have played along with it.
We were kind of banking on you not figuring it out so quickly.
You think I'm an idiot. I know Jilly. What else could she possibly surprise me with at this time in this place?
I don't know. Ferrero Rocher?
Nah, she'd have eaten them all by now. Well, looking forward to it now, but you're still going to have to stall me.
How come?
'Cause that's all I can think about now. I'm a bundle of nerves and I still have to get ready for this party.
It's just the four of us, though, right?
Not necessarily. You do me a favor and ring Noel and Maggie to see if maybe they want to leave their place tonight. And you're an actor.
Ostensibly.
Help me practice my surprised face while we set up the fairy lights. And if Jilly calls, don't let on that I know, okay?
You're trusting me to lie?
No, but you're the only other person.
Sally and Kelly exit. Newton sighs as they wait for Noel to respond.
Still can't hold down one job. Let's ask them to handle like 3 they suck at.
Lights up on Noel and Maggie's flat. Seated between them is the ghost of Christmas Present, same actor as Jillian, cheerfully blissed out. Noel and Maggie look uncharacteristically stressed.
Newton?
Hey, Noel. How's life in the LBC? Chilling with Snoop Double O Dog G?
Noel and Maggie stare at each other.
What?
Just trying to, I don't know, speak in your patois, I guess.
We smoke grass. We're not like Lithuanian. We're speaking the same language.
Sometimes I don't know.
Why are you calling?
Well, Sally just wanted me to check and see if you were still planning on coming tonight. If, you were ever planning on coming.
Noel angrily turns to the ghost.
You motherfucker! You set them up, didn't you?
Huh?
Did he pay you? Is there some kind of ghost currency exchange service? Out with it!
What? With all due respect, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, Nudie Fruity.
When did I say you could call me that?
Now.
Okay!
Noel's just on edge because we're currently with the ghost of Christmas Present.
Hey.
Oh yeah. The ghost thing, so I've heard.
I think the idea is he was going to show us what we were missing right now on Christmas, and you called before he could say anything. Gotta admit, timing is bang on.
Well, optimal timing or not, I'm afraid it's just a coincidence.
Ghost, can you confirm?
Yep.
Guess you're good.
Thanks, Ghost.
Sure.
Getting back to my main question, would you like to come? We'd love to have you guys here for some reason.
Well,
Nope, sorry.
Noel hangs up. Newman looks at their phone, confused, before the lights go out on their side of the stage. Before the lights on their side of the stage fade out.
what the fuck, Noel?
You're welcome.
For what?
I saved us both time. I already knew your answer. I know Mr. Ghost over here was just trying to make some kind of stupid point. Well, it ain't working, Ghost.
Cool.
How do you know what my answer is?
Because I do. We've been friends for so long, I know you like a book. You wouldn't have said yes. There's no point of even entertaining the thought.
What if I would have?
Well, I guess.
And you know what? Be fucked whether I wanted to go or not. What about you?
It doesn't matter, Mags.
Yes, it does, Noel. It shouldn't matter whether I wanted to go or not. If you wanted to go, I wouldn't have stopped you.
I wouldn't have.
Why not? You'd be with all your holly jolly pals drinking eggnog and singing stupid songs and having a grand old time. I thought you liked all that shit.
Sure, I do, but
Don't say it wouldn't be fun without me. Swear to God, I'll actually kill you.
But it wouldn't be!
Of course it would be. What are you talking about? I'd be no fun at all at that kind of party. It's not my thing. Shouldn't stop you from going. Hell, a couple of drinks, maybe I'd even change my mind. Maybe.
If you don't want to go, I would rather stay with you.
You shouldn't know. Yes, we're friends, but why give up the thing you'd rather be doing for my sake? We can do this any night.
Maybe so, but
But what? Noel, just fucking say it.
I'm in love with you, okay? That's it. No lie.
You are?
Look, I wanted to keep it platonic the way we have for all these years, but I don't know. Last couple of years, I started realizing that the connection I felt to you runs deeper than that.
Oh,
And I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to make it awkward. But anytime I thought about us not being together, it made me real sad. Like,
well, this is a new development.
come on, Mags. I didn't know when or how I was going to say it, but now that it's out there, we might as well just talk about it.
Noel, I'm glad we're mates, right? You're fun to be with.
There's a but, isn't there?
But I just don't think of you that way. I'm sorry, I'm not really interested in dating. Well, anyone, not just a you thing. It's a general thing. Kind of always has been.
Oh.
I'm really sorry, mate.
I get it. Sure, I get it. Can't change biology, right?
This is true.
Sorry, Max. I think I should head out.
What, are you going to the party?
I don't know, man. I I don't know where I'm going. All I know is I should leave for a bit.
Look, I get that this probably hurt, but we can still be friends, right?
I mean, maybe. I don't know right now. All I know is it's too weird to stick around here right now. exactly what I was afraid of.
It doesn't have to be weird, Noel. It'll stop being weird. You can come back. I'm not holding anything against you.
I know. I don't know. You know?
I know.
Happy Christmas, Max.
Noel exits. Maggie sits back on the couch, exhausted. She turns to the ghost.
Think you can give me a lift?
Where?
Kinda want to go to that pub.
Lights out. Lights up on the bubble and squeak. Kelly, Sally, and Newton are seated around a table, each with a pint of lager. They are all visibly tipsy while the pub is looking more festive.
Okay. Never have I ever stolen someone's cab.
How would you even do that?
What do you mean? How would you do that? If you're hailing a cab and someone else is hailing a cab and it looks like the person's about to get in, then you get it.
So shitty. And no, I haven't.
Oh, right. You don't hail cabs here.
That's the trouble with Americans. You all think the world's just like you.
I'm Canadian, you fuck.
Technically, that's still American. North America.
Pedantic. Thank you, Newt.
I live to serve. Okay. Never have I ever done a Shadow the Hedgehog cosplay.
Newton takes a glug of lager. The others do not.
Newt, we keep telling you. The point of the game is you say things that you don't do.
Who cares? This way I drink.
Can't argue with that. All right. Never have I ever been to a Christmas party.
Oi, oi.
Aye, aye.
They slug down the remainder of their drink.
I'm gonna get married. How fucked is that?
Shh, you're not supposed to know.
All right. I can't believe I'm totally not getting married.
Newton's phone rings. They look at who's calling.
Shit, it's Jill.
Oh, fuck.
It's about bloody time. What is she swimming here?
Okay, shut up. I'm answering.
Newton answers the phone. Lights up on Jillian.
Newt! Hey, bud.
What? Jill! Hi! Didn't know it was you.
Cool. Look, I'm sorry it's been taking me so long. There was this huge queue at the florist, then another huge queue at the jewelry store, and the tube was backed up.
Okay, give me a sec. I called all three. Pony up.
Sally and Kelly grumble and pass over a few pounds.
Have you and Kelly been doing okay? Stalling effectively?
Oh, are you kidding me? We're having the blast. Stalling like nobody's business.
I'd maybe have said that a little bit more quietly, but good. Good to hear.
They're doing great, Puke Face. Don't worry.
Was that Sally?
Oh, shit. It was. Wasn't it?
Oops.
See?
Has she been listening in on us this whole time?
Maybe a little.
You plank! Now she's totally gonna find out.
No, the proposal? Yeah, she already knows.
What?
She kind of backed us into a corner.
I didn't want them to say it. It was their fault.
That is true. I am indeed quite suckish.
The whole point of this was to surprise her. This was going to be a really special thing, and you went and fucked it all up.
Jill, I'm really sorry. I'm a terrible liar, but I should have held it together more.
I agree. Now, the question is,
Jillian walks into the pub.
who's ready to party?
Newton and Kelly startle. Sally screams and runs over to hug Jillian.
Ah, it worked!
It worked.
What worked?
We were totally fucking with you guys.
I knew what she was planning the whole time.
They high five.
But
Well, if we're going to be completely honest, Jilly wasn't going to propose.
I proposed last night.
Newton and Kelly are elated.
Oh my god!
That's brilliant.
I said no. Kidding. Of course I said yes. It's the only way I could shut her up.
I didn't have a ring though. That won't be ready until after Christmas.
Then what took you so long? Were the trains really that bad?
Not really. But I did have to get you guys Christmas gifts.
Jillian pulls out 2 boxes.
Thank you guys. Wow.
Yeah, that's quite decent of you.
Open them.
Newton and Kelly open the boxes. Inside are some classic Christmas sweaters. Kelly says reindeer, Newton says dancing elves.
Huh. I've always wanted a dorky Christmas jumper.
Are these caribou? As a Canadian, I consider that a harmful stereotype. And
Oh my God, Kels.
for real though, these are really cute.
I'm glad to hear it. But the front's not the interesting part.
I'd be more inclined to check the back.
Confused, Newton and Kelly flip the sweaters over. Newton says best mate. Kelly says mate of honor.
Holy shit.
That a yes?
It's not a no.
Nor from me.
Hugs all around.
Also, we'll get you 2 gift cards or something. Like, the jumpers are cute, but you know.
So, when's the wedding?
We have plenty of time to figure that out. Meanwhile, it's getting late and I haven't ate a drop of eggnog in my system yet. Let's get going.
Sally and Jillian exit to grab drinks. Newton and Kelly look at each other.
That was a lot.
I'm inclined to agree.
Amazing how you can be totally unaware that something huge is happening.
Truly.
Like, now.
Hmm?
Kels, I've been keeping it on the down low, but you know how... Ooh, sorry, my script went away. Kels, I've been keeping it on the down low, but you know how I was making it look like I was helping you find jobs, reading all that stuff on the computer?
Yeah.
Well, it was all bollocks. I wasn't looking at jobs at all.
Do tell.
What I was actually doing was chatting with my primary school music teacher, Mr. Gully. I remember that he's been getting some work playing in pit orchestras for musicals on the West End. He's the conductor for Shrek, see? I sent him that video of you singing, and, he says he'd love to have you come in for an audition after Christmas.
Dude, you're kidding.
I think we've established by now that I am pretty terrible at kidding.
They hug.
Thank you, New. That's a fantastic Christmas gift.
You're very welcome. Of course, it'll be an even better gift if you actually get the gig.
But I didn't even think I'd be able to get my foot in the door. This is huge.
You're absolutely going to smash it, I'm sure.
I hope you get as lucky too.
I don't know. I think I'm feeling pretty lucky right now.
Maggie enters.
Party still on?
Blackout. Part 3. The third Christmas. Lights up on Sally and Jillian in the pub. Sally is pacing back and forth nervously. Jillian is on the phone.
Look, Rachel, I don't care how they look. Stop tugging on Sheila's pigtails. We don't pay her enough to replace them. Well, while she's there, she's in charge. We've been through this enough times. If she says you've watched enough telly, you've watched enough telly. I don't care if it's the one where they go camping. Yes, it's a good one, but if you don't go to sleep soon, you'll be awake when Santa comes. He spooks easily and he'll fuck off before you get presents. That's what I thought. Good night. Fucking kids, mate.
Hey, they're part of the deal. You knew what you were signing on for.
It's hard being a mom. I don't know how you did it by yourself for that long.
Neither do I. Why am I so nervous?
I don't know. We do this every year.
Yeah, but this is a high stakes Christmas bash. Kelly's doing her first performance at Shrek, and Newt's got that video game tournament they're commentating on.
Must suck that they're happening at the same time. On the bright side, it gets us out of both.
Don't be mean.
Not mean, just practical. Can't be in two places at once.
Fair point.
Sudden blackout. Single spotlights on Newton and Kelly on either side of the stage. They are on the phone with each other.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
Big night, huh?
You're one to talk.
I guess so.
Has everyone got butterflies?
Butterflies, no. 3 blind mice and 3 little pigs, yes.
Theater people are so weird.
And you're about to give color commentary on grown men making a gorilla and a fox beat each other up.
Touche.
For real, though, I'm really proud of you, Newt. You're doing good.
You too, Gingy.
Don't do that.
What? That's who you're playing, right? Just helping you get into character.
You're a pal.
Here's hoping I can make the show soon.
Here's hoping I can watch you do a commentary someday.
I'm sure we'll get there soon enough.
See you at the party.
See you. Love you.
Love you.
After momentarily hanging up, the two pick up their phones again and dial. Marcus, same actor as Noel, appears on Newton's left. Rebecca, same actor as Sally, appears on Kelly's right.
You're good for tonight, Marcus?
Sure, bud. It's always nice to have someone else in the booth, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm so sorry about how short notice this is.
Don't be. I had enough time to let my mom know I was going on. She's very excited.
I'm just worried it's a little unprofessional.
It's Christmas, dude. You let me know in advance, I'll keep the seat warm for you next time. Plus, I think the whole thing's kinda cute.
God, I'm a sap.
No, you're not. Can't remember the last time anyone would do a thing like that for me. Just drop everything when it's that big a deal for me.
Well, you know, it's really special for them. I think it'd be a nice surprise. I don't think anyone else they know is in the crowd.
Not even her parents?
They're stuck in Canada.
It's complicated.
Well, I won't keep you waiting. Go get her. I'll see you at the next game.
Have fun, dearie.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Happy
Happy
Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Marcus and Rebecca hang up and exit. Newton and Kelly take a moment, heave a deep sigh, and follow them out. Lights up on Noel and Maggie, or rather just Maggie's flat. It's slightly neater than before, possibly because Noel's stuff has all been moved into a closet. Maggie is dressed nicer than usual, but she is smoking a joint. Noel walks in.
Oi.
Oi.
Been a minute, eh?
I'll say. Want a seat? Technically, it's still your couch.
Sure.
Noel tentatively sits next to Maggie. A moment as they take each other in.
So, you're historically shit at keeping up conversations.
Guilty as charged.
It's been a year. I think I'm entitled to resuming this one.
Well. Yeah. Yeah, you are.
So, where have you been? What brings you back?
Okay. So after the whole blow up last Christmas, I didn't really know how to process everything. I'm a really dependent person, and that kind of just threw me for a loop. Of course, I'm chill with you being ace and everything. I'm not a dickhead, but I just felt like saying all that stuff made things irreparably weird. So I just went back to my parents' house for a while so I could start over. I realized it's time to take your advice, figure myself out for a bit.
Hey, self-care, all that good for you stuff. I'm happy for you.
Thanks. Yeah. It's been good. I've been getting some freelance gigs with a few local software developers. It's looking good.
Fantastic.
And taking that time off was good because now I at least feel like I'm ready to just come back and pretend like all this intense shit never happened. I am my own person and your friend, not one or the other. I mean, if that is okay with you.
Hey, it hasn't been easy smoking for two. Or playing Tekken solo. If your head's right, there's always a place on the couch for you.
Sweet. We've got some unfinished business.
Goes to pick up the controller.
Not quite yet.
Why not?
Tonight's a little busy.
You. Busy.
Yeah, I've got a Christmas party to go to.
No kidding.
Yep, after you left, I went right over to the Bubble and Squeak to see if things were still going. They were, in fact, so I figure it couldn't hurt to be with people. And get this, I kind of had fun.
No way.
Yeah, there was a moment I felt more out of place than an octopus in a garage, but a couple of drinks in and a few choruses of All I Want for Christmas Is You later, I kind of got why people like this cheesy shit.
A reindeer fucker indeed.
Off.
And it looks like the place has gotten nicer too. I know I was part of that problem, but you weren't Miss Manners yourself.
Well, once you left, I unceremoniously shoved all your stuff into the closet and made a little more room. Did not know we had a carpet.
You have a carpet?
I know, right? Anyway, once I had more room, I actually went and started practicing my ballet again. Kelly and I go to dance classes together now. Been a minute to get back on my feet, but it feels good, you know?
No doubt. No doubt. We're still friends, right?
Of course we are, you wanker. We're just not conjoined twins or lovers.
Obviously. But hey, suppose that you bring a plus one.
No, I hereby give you permission to go to the Christmas party. Not like you needed it anyway, but there you go.
Brilliant. Let's get there early so we can get first dibs on the karaoke machine.
Tub thumping?
What else?
The two start to leave when the ghost of Christmas future, same actor as Sally, enters.
Greetings, Maggie and Noel. I am the ghost of Christmas future, and I am here to show you the horrible fate that lies ahead if you don't get into the spirit of...
Sorry, May. With all due respect, we've already found the spirit of Christmas.
You did?
Yeah, well, I mean, it took us a minute, but we got there.
But there's supposed to be 3 of us.
I know, man. It's rough. But we can leave you a good performance review.
But I had a whole thing ready. It's going to be all spooky and intense, and you guys were going to be dead, and people would be stealing your stuff.
Gross.
I had the next 5 hours prepared. Now my bus doesn't get here until midnight. What am I supposed to do now?
Well, we've got cable, some video games. Not sure if you should open the fridge, but takeout's a safer bet.
Yeah, you can crash here a bit, but don't touch my weed or you're dead. Deader.
Oh, gee, thanks, guys. That's nice of you.
Think nothing of it, but we gotta get going. Happy Christmas!
Happy Christmas.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
Maggie and Noel exit. The ghost looks around for a second, then sits down and flips on the TV.
Hey, Friends is on. Nice to see something paler than me.
Lights out. Spotlights on Newton and Kelly, who run right into each other on the street.
Oh, dear, I'm terribly sorry.
No, you're good. Newt?
Kels?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Isn't your show about to start?
Yeah, but so is your competition.
I mean, yeah, but
This is weird.
quite weird.
Your competition's starting in 5 minutes, 3 miles in the opposite direction.
How do you know how far away it was?
Because I was gonna go there and surprise you. I got my understudy to fill in for me.
What? But this is your big night.
It's your big night too. I wanted to be there for you.
Well, I can tell you you're not missing much.
How come?
'Cause I was ditching the commentary booth so I could see you perform.
No fucking way.
Oh, that's too goddamn weird.
You're not kidding.
Hold on. You'd really be willing to give up your opening night just to support me?
I mean, there was a little corner of my mind that thought you'd do the same for me if you're in my shoes. I didn't realize how right I was. I
Love you, Kels.
love you, Newt.
They kiss.
Well, there's no show and there's no competition. But I did hear there's a party we can be fashionably early for.
Lights up on the bubble and squeak. Newton and Kelly take their seats around a table. Sally, Jillian, Noel, and Maggie are also there.
This all happened tonight.
Wouldn't make it up if we tried.
This is some Love Actually shit right here.
No kidding. Why can't our lives be that exciting?
What are you talking about? You're only going and getting married tomorrow.
Yeah, but no ghosts. We've got you there.
Fair enough. Happy Christmas, you bunch of nerds. Here's to another year of nuttiness.
They all cheer and clink glasses. Blackout. Epilogue. Lights up on Sally's dressing room. It is her wedding day. She is dressed in a beautiful cream-colored gown. She is currently wearing sneakers, but she has a pair of sunny but not particularly comfortable high heels on deck. She looks herself over in the mirror, checks her eyes to make sure her mascara is okay, checks her teeth to make sure there's no lipstick on them. She stares at her phone. She has a specific call she wants to make, but isn't sure if she's willing to do it. After trying to deny the urge, she picks up the phone and dials. She puts the phone up to her ear. Feels excruciatingly long until
Mom, hi. Hey there. I just wanted to let you know we'll be starting up in like 45 minutes. I know you and Dad won't be there, but you know, I suppose it is what it is. I'll send you the pictures at least. The place is really nice. They usually loan it out for Northern Soul all-nighters, but Jillian knows a guy. It's not like Grantham, but what could be, really? Anyway, hope you and Dad are doing well. Sorry you can't make it, but send my love, okay? All right. I love you. Bye.
she hangs up. She didn't expect much, but she's still disappointed. She surreptitiously takes a swig of whiskey as Jillian barrels through the door. She is also in a wedding gown, although hers is light blue. She has sewn patches of 80s rock bands onto it and wears fingerless gloves. Half Billy Idol, half Madonna circa 84.
What's up?
Jilly, I thought you weren't supposed to see the bride before the ceremony.
Well, technically, we're both the brides. I think it cancels out.
Fair enough.
She takes another swig. Jillian notices.
Hey, whoa, what's the hurry? We've got the whole evening. Don't get high on your own supply.
Sorry, just a little nervous.
I feel that, I guess.
You aren't?
Noel and Maggie brought some fat blunts they got while they were in Brixton. I am flying. You could give me some terrible news right now, and I'd still feel like I just won the Premier League.
Tries to nuzzle up to Sally.
So imagine how I feel knowing I'm about to get married.
Sally wriggles away and faces the mirror again.
I'm delighted.
You are, huh? Funny way of showing it.
Honestly, love, I feel great, just a bit of nerves.
What are you nervous about? Everything's paid for. The kids are being looked after. All the guests have arrived.
All the guests?
Yeah, every single one of them. Can't think of anyone that's missing off the top of my head.
Sally suddenly collapses and sobs. Jillian, alarmed, leads her over to the chaise lounge.
Oh my God, babes, what's the matter? Calm down, calm down. Take a breath. Oh my Lord.
Sally takes a minute to compose herself. Jillian rubs her back for support.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
No. Babes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. Jesus Christ. Whatever I said, I'm really sorry.
It's not your fault. You didn't know.
Didn't know what?
Well, you do know this isn't my first time getting married.
Yeah, there was that Pratt Andrew.
When we got married, it was absolutely stunning. The ceremony was by the banks, the lake near my parents' house. My dad officiated, and my granddad walked me down the aisle. The whole family was there. I remember the look Andrew gave me. I was walking down the aisle, just this kind of awe. I'd never thought I could make someone look at me like that. Never seen myself that way. And in that moment, he made me feel special. No one had ever done that before in that kind of nonverbal way, you know?
I mean, in hindsight, did he mean it though?
How should I know? I don't know if he meant it then or if he never meant it to begin with. The point being, for that one day, I felt like everything was absolutely perfect. Everyone came together to give us a special day. Now here we are, 10 years later. I love you more than I could ever hope to love Andrew. And having this day is so special. I feel more certain about our love than I have anything my entire life.
So why linger on Andrew? We've put together a lovely wedding ourselves.
That's just it. Ourselves. Ourselves, the kids, some friends, and a few cousins and people from work. I wanted to do it all over again. Picking out a wedding dress with mom, having my father-daughter dance, getting to see my grandparents again. I wanted all those beautiful things all over again, times 1,000, because this marriage actually deserves those bells and whistles. There's no sham here, no leading anybody on, and you deserve that kind of ceremony.
We, not even we, you.
None of them are here. We're out on our own, you know? That hurts a bit.
Sally, I think we all get the wedding we deserve. None of my folks are here. And you know what? Bugger them. Be fucked if they want to make the effort to recognize our love. What we have here is our ceremony. The people who are here and helped us out care about us. The fact that your rents aren't here tells me that they never cared about you. They cared about putting on the big show of celebrating their beautiful daughter succumbing to the cishet satisfaction. Like I said, bugger them.
I wish it was that simple. I think deep down, they don't not care about me.
Look, I know it's rough, but you shouldn't let their not being here ruin today. They're not worth the grief.
Yeah, well, terribly sorry if it's a little odd to feel sad about the people I've spent most of my life seeing not being around for the best day of my life. My fucking bad.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I'm sorry.
A little empathy. It's all I want right now.
Sympathy, I can give you. Empathy might be a little harder.
How come?
I've never really had that kind of relationship with my parents. They wanted to mold me into some kind of perfect girl or whatever. Whenever they took me to those posh weddings, they'd point at the groom and say, "Someday you're going to marry a man as handsome as him." And maybe I knew I was super duper gay even back then. Maybe it was my inherent need to push away from my parents. But the more weddings I went to, the more they looked like my worst nightmare. They'd keep getting me these fancy dresses to wear, and I'd keep trying to muddy them up so I wouldn't have to wear them. Got to the point where they would end up packing backup dresses every time we went out.
How many weddings have you been to?
Too many. I hated them all. That's why I've been waiting for this one. It's not even that I never wanted to get married. It's that I'd never been to a wedding where I imagined myself being happy if I were in the bride's place.
I'd say we're already on the right track then.
Any wedding where I can get high, have a Terry Wogan impersonator as my officiant, know my first dance will be to Just Like Heaven, and feel safe in the knowledge that my homophobic, conservative, arsehole parents are far away from here is a major improvement. They haven't so much as sent me a birthday card since uni. Why should I want them here?
I guess you're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm your wife.
Not yet. You still have 15 minutes to piss me off.
And I only need 5.
Fuck off.
I love you.
I love you too.
It's all going to be fine, babes.
I know it is. I just need to get the official part over and done with, and then I'll know for sure.
If it helps, I might have something to steal your nerves.
Jillian pulls out a gloriously fat blunt.
Ta-da!
Holy Jesus, she's immaculate.
They don't fuck around in Brixton. This is 3 months' paychecks worth of weed.
Amazing what 5 pounds can get you these days.
Fuck off!
The two begin the most romantic puff and pass that has ever existed. With no words at all, just a silent smoke session, they convey more love than any Nicholas Sparks novel could conceive of. This smoke session is what helps Sally fully let go and appreciate being with her true love. They finish the blunt and share a passionate kiss. Sally wipes the ashes off on her heretofore immaculate dress.
Shall we?
Let's shall.
They get up and start to walk out before Jillian realizes Sally is still wearing her sneakers.
Hey, wait a sec.
What?
Forgetting something?
Sally observes the high heels. Beat. She looks back up at Jillian.
Nope.
They share a grin and proceed. The setting transitions to the main hall, a relatively spacious Northern Soul Club in Soho. Waiting in front are Newton, Kelly, and the efficient Sir Terry Wogan. Jillian and Sally walk down the aisle to a string quartet rendition of Return of the Mac. When they reach the front, "Now then, lads, let's get this settled, huh? Standard procedure. The sooner we finish here, the sooner I can get home for a bit of Mrs. Wogan's lemon drizzle cake. Anyhow, we are gathered here today to witness the union of Jillian Stewart and Sally Urban. If there are any objections to this union, speak now or forever hold your peace." Noel stands up and points overdramatically, Phoenix Wright style.
Objection! I still need another 20 quid for the weed.
Overruled, you pisser!
Noel sits down in comic frustration. "For heaven's sake, can we preserve the sanctity of the wedding ceremony and all that rubbish? Anyhow, the brides have written their own vows. Jillian, the floor is yours." Jillian takes out her phone.
Babes, from the moment we held that Christmas bash 2 years ago, I knew there was something happening there. What it was wasn't exactly clear, but every time I saw you again and got to know you more, I kept getting this feeling like I just eat higher pizza over and over again. This feeling of fullness. The weird thing was, it wasn't like my stomach was getting full. If this makes sense, it was like my heart was getting fuller. I didn't know I could feel that way about anyone until I met you. Now look at you, my beautiful soon-to-be wife. My heart has eaten the equivalent of 15 pizzas. But as long as I'm with you, I may be full, but I'll never be sick. Thanks for existing. Love, Puke Face.
Before putting the phone away, Jillian brings Sally in for a selfie. Jillian sticks out her tongue and Sally throws up deuces. After the selfie is over, Jillian puts the phone away and Sally takes out a piece of paper.
Puke Face. Takes a strong constitution to look at a single mother with 3 kids and a bartending job. And you already work 15-hour shifts at a law firm and say, yeah, that sounds like another thing to add to the docket. But if the crazy little orbit you entered feels like a burden to you, I can never tell. Every moment with you is a new adventure. As a bartender, you think you've seen it all. You constantly take me by surprise. May our lives together never run out of surprises. Long as I'm with you, I don't think they ever will. Love, babes.
If the ring bearer could present the rings. Newton presents Jillian and Sally with the rings. They slip them on each other's fingers. "Do you, Jillian Stewart, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, in sickness and in health, hungover or on a bad trip, as long as you live?
I do.
And do you, Sally Urban, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, in sickness and in health, hungover or on a bad trip, as long as you live?"
Do.
"Then by the power vested in me by the government of the United Kingdom and the British Broadcasting Corporation, I hereby pronounce you married. Now kiss for heaven's sake. Jillian and Sally kiss. Everyone cheers. The setting changes to the wedding reception. The guests all perform a pseudo flash mob style dance to Ant and Dec's Let's Get Ready to Rumble. Eventually, the music changes to The Cure's Just Like Heaven as our brides share their first dance. Blackout. End of play. Woo! We did the dang thing.
Well done, everybody. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Well done indeed. Very
Woo.
good, very good.
Congratulations.
Yeah, very well done. So,
Yay.
there's no cast list in this script, is there, Joe?
I could have sworn I had sent one in, but if not, I'm happy to give the floor to introduce the cast.
I
Yeah.
mean, sorry, did you mean our bios or like a list of the characters?
A list of the characters with their backgrounds, like who they are, where
Yeah.
they come from. Is there any, and
In the script, right? In the
Right.
script.
in the script.
I had not thought that far ahead. I think I was just like, I'll explain it as I go along.
Right. Well, I would say that's okay as a concept, but not really. You really do need a cast list. So I'm wondering right now, in terms of the people who are using lots of English Britishisms, and the people who are not. What's your idea here? These are all Americans who have picked up a lot of English by living there. Is that what it is? What's going on exactly?
Not exactly. What's going on here is that the characters, with the exception of Kelly, who's Canadian, are indeed British. It's just that when I brought my cast on board, I was like, okay, we have to get this figured out as quickly as possible. If you can't do a British accent, don't worry about it. That wasn't an artistic choice. It was purely a practical choice.
Oh, okay. And the other thing I just want to ask you, this is specifically for you, Joe, are there page numbers on this script? I don't see any.
I hadn't thought that far ahead either. I probably should have.
Yeah, so just as a word of advice, do number your pages. Because there was lots of little things I wanted to question about it, and there's no page reference that I can put them on to question you. So just a tip, just getting away from the reading for a second, always have a cast list and always number your pages, because if you send it to any theatre or anything to consider, those are the first two things they look at. And so it's really, really very important. Okay, so getting back to then the reading what we just saw. So you directed it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Well, your actors did a lovely, lovely job, you guys. You really did a splendid job. And you managed to melt in all the Britishisms with your American as if it was quite natural to you. So well done, well done. Now, I have to admit, as I am English, and I have to admit there was lots of things in the script that I didn't know these words. So you've lived in England, I'm assuming, right? And picked them up, or you're picking them up from somewhere else?
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved British, particularly English media, and I've been to England a number of times. In fact, the way I know my buddy Rose here, who read for Jillian, is because we went to the British American Drama Academy in London for a few months. So, yeah. So I had a very good, I have a strong affinity, and I did as much homework as I could to make sure that it was somewhat accurate. I didn't want to lean too hard into it. I didn't want to make the accents the characters, if that makes sense.
Right, or have them just worrying about accents rather than character and sense. Which
exactly.
Is, under those circumstances, that's a good choice to have made, I must say. What's the difference to you, though, with it being in England and not in America? How would that change the story if it wasn't set in England? Would it make any difference?
I mean, I guess to an extent, not a ton, but at the same time, I don't know. It's just I love London. I've been to London a lot of times, and for me, I mean, I live in New York, and I feel like we have enough movies and plays about Christmas in New York. So I was like, okay. I mean, I London's as good a setting as any.
Okay, okay.
And then I suppose you also have A Christmas Carol in there, Love Actually, Gift of the
Hmm.
Magi. So maybe,
Yeah, I
maybe
tried to
sort
make.
of sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, I was very big about making specific parallels within each story to those particular stories.
Right, right. Certain words took me aback a little, like tub thumping. I didn't know what things like that were supposed to be. Are they things you made up or that you picked up while you were
Oh
there?
no, Tub Thumping is just a song by Chumbawamba from the '90s. It's more commonly known
Oh,
as "I Get Knocked Down, but I Get Up Again. You're never gonna keep me down." So I figured
oh,
that was
oh,
just
oh, okay.
a good sort of if
I
I
do
was
I do
drunk
know the
at a
song.
pub and wanted to do karaoke, that'd probably be the song I'd go with. That or Park Life by Blur, but I thought Tub Thumping was a more famous reference, at least over here.
Oh, okay. But now you sang it, I recognize the song. I just didn't know
Right.
the title and anything there. Good. Did the cast have any problems with anything specifically in it that was hard for you to grasp or do or portray or understand? Any of the cast? No? No, you
I
said
have a,
very,
I have a,
yeah, go ahead.
I have a
Okay.
question. What are the characters ideally older than the actors here? I'm asking because when I read it, I thought they were, but I don't know why I thought.
I mean, I would say for sure, like, yeah, probably like a good 5, 10 years older, but at the same time, if you're reaching out to your friend base and your friend base all happen to be
Yeah.
20 somethings.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was just curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
you
also
did a great
definitely-
job. You did a great job with it. All the
Yeah.
I'm
actors.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But I also definitely do know people that are married at like 23, 24, 25.
Right.
But do they have 3 kids at 23, 24, 25?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm
I'm
from
married
the
for 10
Bible
years
Belt.
at 23.
I think it wasn't just that though. I can't remember what it was when I read it, but I just had that feeling like they were a little bit older, but it didn't get in the way. I was just trying to figure out if that was just me or if, yeah, because you did a great job with it. So.
Yeah. So you're going to say that you do know people that had 3 kids at 23, 24, 25?
I'm very much from the Bible Belt, so that's a yes.
Yes. Yes. So it's a play about love, isn't it? Anyway, that the whole thing is about, and I think you made that connection and that caring aspect very good and very clear in it. Did you get from the reading, Joe, everything that you wanted to get from it? Has it given you a good place to keep working with the script?
Before I say that, I think Nino, I think you wanted to say something, or
Redacted it. We moved past it. It's okay. I'll live.
fair.
Thank you.
But yeah, I definitely feel very satisfied by this. I mean, I wrote this for playwriting class at the end of college, and at the time, I was working on a very tight deadline. It was too long. It was way more complicated than it currently is. So I was mostly just stressed out about making sure that it made sense when it was actually read out loud not too long after. Compared to this, where I'm just enjoying it, it was just because when I did the first rehearsal, I was like, I haven't looked at this play like in a little bit, like, does it hold up? And all of a sudden I was like, I did something really nice here. I was really proud of it. And of course that's a testament to my wonderful friends who helped bring it to life. And I don't know, it gave me all the warm and fuzzies. I wish I could have been not stressed out enough to appreciate the first time around.
So you could have enjoyed it. If you were going on to a production, would you have the ghosts of the Christmas ghosts be clearly those same people, or would you disguise them? Would they be clearly visible as the same people?
I would probably, knowing me, I'd hedge, as I do most things. I would probably say, like, given that it would have probably the same cast number as we have it here, I
Right.
think there wouldn't be much point in like making them super disguised as ghosts. I think part of the joke definitely is from seeing that they're the other people, especially knowing that the high strung Newtons also these supremely laid back Ghost of Christmas Past. I also just wanted to make a joke about how most adaptations of the Ghost of Christmas Future be this silent, ominous sort of grim reaper type spirit. I just wanted to make the Ghost of Christmas Future like the most like adorable, schlubby, like Theodore the Chipmunk kind of ghost.
Yeah. What did you want to say, Nino? You were going to say something before?
Oh, it was just about the age of the characters. Nothing groundbreaking. I just feel as like Noel and Maggie, like their plot line and the plot line with Newton and Whatsy, them, you know who I'm talking about. It feels like a younger kind of love to me personally. Like this seems like people who are discovering first love.
Yes.
And I mean, like, I have friends who are 30. I have friends who are like 35. Like, I'm an actor. I do contracts. Like, I go out and get drinks with different kinds of people all the time. So I feel like for Noel and for Maggie having us in younger does kind of play out because we are discovering new things about ourselves as well as Newton and Kelly, that's their name. So I just feel like that was all I was chiming in on was like I have older friends, and also I feel like the younger kind of plays into the naivety, whatever
Naivete.
being naive, sure, that word about just love and having life experience and how to cope when one doesn't know what to do in an emotional state of mind. So that's all. I was just how the younger could kind of work into it. That's all.
If I may, Joe,
Yeah.
sorry. The play is so sweet and so lovely, but the epilogue does feel very disconnected in tone from the rest of the play.
Yes, there's a reason for that. It's because even before I wrote the rest of the play, that was the first proper scene I wrote. It was for a playwriting class in my last semester in college, and we were supposed to do a piece of epic theater, and it was supposed to have a long, wordless scene that conveys a big emotion because that's a big principle of epic theater. And so that was that. And in hindsight, I would have gone back and lightened the tone other parts, or maybe not even lighten the tone, but
Well,
I
it's
don't know.
it's not the light in the tone. It's just that the little Christmas party at the end is such a perfect like button note to end on. But I also really liked the things you were saying in the epilogue, and if there's another place to put that in the piece, it could be put elsewhere.
Yeah, it was initially when the piece was much longer. That was going to be the end of Act 1. And then Act 2 would sort of be all the complications after that. But that was also back when there were like 3 or 4 other subplots when I was trying to actually do a Love Actually sort of plot line with like a billion characters who are all connected to each other in some way just to see if I could do it. But then the combination of the deadline and realizing I am not the guy who made Love Actually, and therefore am not 1/1000th as good at threading all those needles. I mean, maybe with more time, but also half those other characters were completely unnecessary. And frankly, I'm happy with the 3 duos we have left. But I mean, I kind of wish that there was more I could add on, like stuff with the kids, but also that would mean working with kids.
Yeah,
But
that's a big headache too. Yeah, that's a big headache.
Max, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just want to say, as far as the epilogue goes, I agree that tonally there's a shift. That said, it also has what is for me by far the most groundbreaking bit for Sally, and something that I think is
Yeah.
really important if you're going to be talking about, you know, queer relationships and what that looks like over time and what that looks like bringing in family connections too. Like, you know, at the risk of TMI, full disclosure, like I've been in relationships with women. As mentioned, I'm from the Bible Belt. Like, I'm really lucky. I have super supportive, awesome parents. Most people I knew growing up, super, super not the case.
Yeah.
Most people who I know who are friends who are older, who are in same gender relationships, like super, super not the case. And I think that Sally gets that line to talk about that. And it's the kind of thing that I probably wouldn't have noticed was missing if it hadn't been there, but like it's there and I'm really glad it's there. And I think that if you were to take it out, it would be missing. So if at
Right.
any point you take away the epilogue, please, 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 please make sure that you keep some segment of that because it's really good and it's really well written.
I
Yeah.
It is brilliantly written.
I
It has some
Kate
lovely
wants-
work, character work in it, yeah.
Kate wants to. What do you want to say, Kate?
Just that I think part of the tone shift that happens is because it goes suddenly so like emotional and heavy on that. And I would have loved to see it be a, you know, even just a small amount of that put in earlier in their relationship, you know, those anxieties that she's dealing with at the end that are so powerful, to have seen that be the closure of something that's been sprinkled throughout. So I think that could be a really cool way to pull things
Yeah.
together, because I do
Yeah.
love the end.
Yeah.
And Rose, you say what you guys say that I know what I want to respond to all that, but I appreciate all this stuff, by the way, seriously.
It was just a thought on the, I mean, like you have that the very good characterization growth, or not growth, but just seeing a little bit more of Sally. But if you wanted to add some more in the beginning, like the kids are a great way to do that. I mean, as she said, like bringing on 2 kids and having a full-time job and single mom bartender, like that is a lot. And I'm not saying it's unhandleable, because it absolutely isn't, but like if you like, it is, becoming a mom of 2 kids that aren't yours is a very daunting
It's big.
responsibility. I obviously have not had to personally handle this, but I do have a stepmother who did have to handle that. And like things can go really wrong. Thankfully, in my case, it worked out very well. I love my stepmom, but it can go really wrong if you don't tread very carefully. So that's another thing that could possibly be a anxiety for Jillian, or something that they can talk about to kind of deepen their relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's just from my personal experience.
There's a dimensional depth that is there that could be drawn in a little earlier, I think, is what we're saying. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a brief mention of Newton having a complicated relationship with their parents, so that maybe there could be like a connection over there. I don't know. By the way, thank you for writing a non-binary character, and everyone is just like chill with the fact that they're non-binary. Oh no, I'm gonna cry. It was really sweet, Joe.
That was very much yeah.
I was just gonna add on to that real quick. Thank you for writing a character that is ace spec and arrow representation, because I mean, I'm fine with saying it. I identify as ace myself, so it's very nice to see when that's put out there more. So
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that was all very deliberate on my part, because I mean, I'm very proud of being part of the LGBT community, and I have a lot of ace friends. I have a lot of non-binary friends, and I wanted to represent all the areas of the LGBT spectrum, at least to some degree, because that was my big thing. It's like, yes, there are gay Christmas things here and there, but I wanted to write an LGBT Christmas play. I wanted to include everybody, because we're all part of this community and we're all valid parts of this community. And as a bi guy who's primarily attracted to women, there have been, oh God, you're gonna get into it. There have been times where I have had a bit of a journey and coming to accept myself as being a perfectly valid part of the community. And writing this play helped me come to terms more with it too, and to hear it out loud and to hear, like, because we deserve a happy play, we deserve a happy ending. And that's why, to say, when I wrote that monologue, or that duologue, I guess, kind of whatever, the ending of the play, you know what I mean. I was like, okay, now I could reverse engineer the play from there, because there were more conversations about Sally's parents, because I know lots of LGBT friends, some of whom are, because I wanted to represent both people who have really strong relationships with their parents that could still get tested by something like that, and also people who don't have so great relationships with their parents. And I wanted to show that, the complications of how both things are valid and worth discussing. And there was a whole thing where it was going to be them talking about this in the supermarket, and it leads to Sing Along a Wonderful Christmas Time, which is where the play got its name. Just how they're able to get over the anxiety because they just got it stuck in their head. You're welcome, by the way. And also, you're welcome for the fact that clearly somebody came home that made Layla very excited. But these headphones are. But
had to bounce because he's in another reading at 10.
oh right, I forgot about that. He and the fact that he did this, like, shout out to
And
him.
here, I didn't leave. I had to get water.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
He lives.
You were great, darling.
Yes, and you did, by the way, a wonderful Terry Wogan. I feel that I'm very impressed by your Terry Wogan.
How about
that, huh?
That's the best compliment I'm going to get tonight, because I was like, when I realized that somebody watching this was actually British, I was like, finally somebody's going to get that, because literally nobody else in my life was going to understand that reference. And
it was very close. It was very good. Well done.
Yeah, that was my best impersonation of Peter Serafinowicz's impression of Terry Wogan.
Yes.
I've watched a lot of Eurovision. The fact that I didn't work a single Eurovision reference into this entire play is a personal feeling.
I was shocked. I was shocked. It's a personal. It's a rap. It's a
revision.
Yeah, it's genuinely shocked.
Yeah.
Really.
Like they're going to be dancing to "Save Your Kisses for Me" next time around. I promise.
I think on that note, I would say though, make sure, Joe, you number your pages and put your character list. Okay, very important. Very important.
Duly noted.
But I think, unless Lewis, you want to say anything else, would you like to add?
I would like to add just a general note to our cast about much of what was said here tonight about the range, the whole spectrum of our lives in this crazy community, such as it is very much what we're on about at All Out Arts. And All Out Arts, by the way, is the legal wrapping that presents the Fresh Fruit Festival, which is our ongoing all year long series of events on this topic. And we don't just do the main stage, which is fully staged productions, which we just did in May, by the way. We did 10 full-length plays back to back. And it was amazing. We got some 1,100 and something audience, which we did not expect in the era of COVID. And we performed at the Wild Project in the Village, which is a beautiful, beautiful, very well-equipped theater. And we've been there for the last 10 years, actually. Wow. And this is our 10th year there. This is our 20th year of doing this craziness. And we've been cited by a lot of social conscience type magazines, psychological journals, and a few political journals who remarked that we were one of the few voices in the wilderness that was still broadcasting at one point when many other things like the Fringe Festival dropped out of the New York scene. And we are funded by the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs to some extent. And what else do I have to say? Oh, this event was recorded and I'll need a day to fix up the recording, get rid of our warm-up session, such as it was, and take out a few of the technical glitches. I apologize for not having an audience. I
We
did
had
manage
some
to get.
people. Hannah was able to come in.
Yeah, you had a few.
Yeah. I did find a way finally. What I had to do was make them panelists, and that got them in the door, and then I could make them audience. So,
Well, if it's going to be filmed and posted, that was the most important thing to me anyway, to
Yeah.
have it preserved in some way. And
Yeah.
that includes the stuff said afterwards, because this has been a supremely, and also thank you guys so much for giving me this platform, and thanks to everyone's in it. And also specifically, shout out to where I know everybody in this from, but specifically a shout out to the National Yiddish Theater, which is where I know Bex and Nino from, and Hannah and Coco and Spencer Watches are from, and Aaron Proctor, who also wrote a play in this festival, also works at.
Yep.
So, you know, we're out here and it's doing amazing things. Shout out Harmony, Drama Awards. Where you at?
Yeah. I'll be editing the program book as well tonight to make the final version of that, which will be online in the morning. So you are all now, of course, alumni of the Fresh Fruit Festival, even being in just a reading. Please join the alumni group, and I'll send you a link to that, because there's it varies between 800 and 1,000 people. And some of the alumni go back to 2003, believe it or not.
Wow.
And it's a very active group. It's a great place to talk about what you're doing. We also do alumni profiles. So if you do something newsworthy coming up, let me know, and we'll post a profile there to give you some extra publicity. So,
and I guarantee you, everybody who's in this cast, including the ones who are not technically speaking actors, you're gonna see them in newspapers for good reasons at some point.
Joe.
Okay.
Trust me.
All righty.
That was very sweet.
Joe.
And the hype
you.
man's hype man.
If I may, one more thing.
Yep.
What's the kitty's name?
Oh, Alfie.
But it's like you said his name is like, now I can make my proper entrance.
Joe, you need a cat in the next draft.
Yes, there you go. Well, without further ado, then I think, Brian, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I think it was all covered. You did a really nice job, everyone, with all the ins and outs. And
a big round of applause for all of you again, actors and Joe. Yeah, well done.
Hey, Joe.
Excellent job, guys. Thank you so much. And I think that we should bring it to an end, Lewis. What do you think?
Yes, I think we're all set. Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
Okay.
Thank you. Congratulations, Joe. All of you, well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good night, guys.
Happy
Thank
Pride
you.
Month.
Bye-bye.